And already a sacred and holy calmness comes into this sacred space. This sacred space is connected through the hearts and minds of those who are here and those who will participate, past, present, future. For this goes and transcends time and space. And so we find ourselves in this eternal now. As this sacred space expands and intensifies, illuminates and radiates, and we can feel, sense, and know the shifting in us, through us, and around us of this divine grace that flows. And already our sacred breath knows its perfect rhythm as a sense of calmness and peace showers over us. And all the concerns of a physical material world just for these few moments now just dissolves, put on hold, as we choose to be here in this eternal moment, transcendent above all the concerns, all the challenges of a physical material world. We bless that, but now our choice is to connect and anchor more deeply the higher parts of ourselves, that sacred over self, higher self, those parts of us that know and sense the magnitude of creation, those parts of ourself that whispers ever sending our soul pulse to us, beckoning us, inspiring us, leading us. And as we dare to take these steps, listening to this clarion spiritual calling, it becomes more clear, more direct, more connected to. And as we walk this journey of light and unconditional love, we come to realize that there is another, more expansive communication, awareness, and enlightenment that begins to answer those questions and answers that we seek. And so we do breathe the internal in-breath, and we breathe the external out-breath, a sacred rhythm that goes on and on and on. For we've come to understand that life is eternal. Life is eternal, and we are part of this eternal expression of the divine, that our true nature is transcendent to a physical experience that we have. It is one of many, many experiences and one of the many expressions of who we truly are. And so now, we come into this sacred moment And in this sacred moment, we choose to attune ourselves now with this divine sacred energy that seeks us as we seek it. And there is this communion of heaven and earth. And we find that we indeed are the flashpoint. And as we walk our path, we meet those along the way, not only in the physical expression, but beyond that too. And we've come to understand that we are the Ami Shaddai, the family of light, and that our family is expansive and not limited, that we are truly multidimensional, magnificent beings of light, a divine and holy and sacred creation, an expression of the Eternal One, the Supreme One. And so we breathe this sacred in-breath and out-breath as it is infused with this divine awareness and divine sacred codes that flow in now. A sense of familiarity, a sense of peacefulness, a sense of knowingness. We simply breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath. Remembering that we breathe the breath of Brahma. We breathe the breath of the divine. And with each and every holy sacred in-breath and out-breath, it connects us more deeply with the higher parts of ourselves, this divine sacred communion, this integration of love and light. The very energy of it all is not only pleasing and wonderful, but it ignites the memory of who we truly are as cosmic beings and the power that we hold and the promise that we made. And so we breathe the holy and sacred breath and allow this divine grace to enfold us, to wrap us as we integrate with it and it integrates with us, strengthening our higher connections, our higher understanding, and our higher wisdom. That truly we are in the world, but we are not of it. And so in this sacred moment, we are humbled and we open our hearts to this unconditional love that flows to us now, comforting, healing, purifying. We feel that we come into this sacred and holy alignment with ease and grace. We feel the sacred presence of so many radiant ones who are connected to us and who support us. As the higher realms of light open to us, for they know who we are. And so we are given a multitude of divine grace, divine support, comfort, and understanding as we walk our path upon this physical, mental, and emotional world. And we understand that we are never, ever alone. We are never, ever alone. That we are part of a majestic, powerful connection to the Eternal Father, Eternal Mother, Divine Holy Creator. And in this Ami Shaddai, the family of light, boundless, eternal, sense of mission and purpose, clarity of understanding, seeking and sensing is our way and our path. For we know there's something beyond and grand and great and magnificent. And it's that pulls us. And in that pulling, we are here in our Dharma. We are here upon the earth. It is for reason and it is for purpose. And as you even hold those higher parts, even if it is fleeting, we know it is there. And we now intend to have that part more integrated and anchored within our physical, mental, and emotional bodies. That we can truly walk our path of mastery and higher service. That we can emulate the radiant ones, the avatars of light that have come upon the earth and have given as example the way back, the way back home. But bringing with you all beings upon the earth. And beyond that, most beloved ones, your power and ability far extends the earth. Know that as you walk your path, you create new worlds. And the worlds that you would see for this one is being created in embryo worlds in stardust. The one that you dream of peace and balance, of symbiotic relationships that is diverse and never ending, but all one. That this knowledge that you hold deep within your DNA, deep within your consciousness, you bring that to other formations of the never-ending creations. And so you breathe this sacred holy in-breath and out-breath. You breathe in these sacred codes and grace that flow in now. Loving you, consuming you, supporting you, helping you, lifting you up, connecting you, aligning you in the radiant aspects of your true selves. And as you walk this path, as you choose, for you have choice in this creation, a creation of duality. But blessed ones, you know the path is the middle path of holding those dualities bringing them into the middle path of oneness. For you walk the path of oneness, beloveds. For your understanding is far and great, and that is why you are here in this moment. Your path of oneness brings you into the higher glories, brings you back into the experience of the upper worlds, of divine perfect balance, of unconditional love and limitless light, of divine exploration and creativity, a joy and a bliss that runs into your very electron spin from your atomic and subatomic levels. You know this, you sense it and you feel it as you experience this moment, as you surrender to this unconditional love, as you surrender into the higher aspects of yourself, integrating more deeply your higher self. And with that, your connection to all the radiant ones, your family of light, the Ami Shaddai. And beloveds, it is here that we bring you to this sense of loving support. You are loved and supported, admired and lifted up, for the path upon the earth can be challenging and lonely. But we assure you, O beloveds, that you are never alone, and that you are held in the highest esteem, and that there are the radiant ones that are here for you always, from all streams of the divine, simply to call, simply to ask, and divine guidance will pierce through the illusions and the delusions of a physical world. And as you walk sometimes through that segment of darkness, challenges and fear, as you continue to move in seeking the light, in seeking the soul pulse, it brings you through to the other side. And on that side, you find the larger pieces of yourself. And so it is, beloveds, the journey. It is the step by step, as all great masters of light will tell you. And for many of you, you have walked the path of mastery before. And you have come into an incarnation upon the physical, mental, and emotional earth because of your capacity to hold unconditional love and a limitless light, always in service to the divine, to bring those miscreations, those misintentions, those that have moved outside of divine will, and the lower wills, the ego wills, on the various expressions of the cosmos. The family of light has been charged, has been selected to bring light to those places of darkness and ignorance, to bring healing and purification to those places of suffering and forgetfulness. And so, beloveds, know that you are deeply loved beyond measure. Know that your beloved, radiant family of light is ever present, ever available. And in those times of doubt, in those times of struggle, we say to you, beloveds, keep moving through, keep walking, keep seeking, keep on your path, for you will get to the other side. And on that other side is a divine and sacred gift of the expansiveness, the higher awareness, and the enlightenment that moves you furthermore. For it is an endless journey of wonderment, beloveds, an endless journey of wonderment. And so it is this part of you that keeps you going, keeps you moving through the challenges, through the darkness, through the fears. See clearly here now, beloveds, a diamond, but it's a diamond that's shaped as a cone. So if you can imagine a crystal that has many facets, that is elongated like an ice cream cone, and also the top, but it is rounded. So see this in a three-dimensional way. And as you look at this diamond that is with a circumference, it's round and it's moving clockwise. See it clearly in your spiritual eye. And as you gaze upon its beauty, you can see the facets which are elongated from the middle to the bottom and from the middle to the top. Each facet has a color, a multitude of colors beyond the spectrum of the earth colors. Simply breathe with intention and allow this circular, moving, diamond faceted light of rainbow colors, cosmic rainbow colors, of hues that are consistently changing and moving. These colors are organic and they morph into different colors as they are bright and glistening in this crystal. See this very clearly in your spiritual eye, beloveds. And now see this crystal so vivid and real to you. And see it now moving towards you. And it comes into the third eye. And it lodges in the middle of the brain. And see this moving crystal with all the facets, these elongated facets, from the middle to the bottom, from the middle to the top, turning clockwise with a cascade like a kaleidoscope of color. And it is now turning and moving inside your head. Pineal, the pituitary, and the hypothalamus is activated. All areas of this side, inside and around the brain, is activated by these crystals. And as you see this clearly in your spiritual eye, you see it moving within the brain. You realize that there is another one just like it, much larger in the higher and upper worlds of light. That this, in fact, is a fractal, is a fragment of the higher light crystal that is moving in the higher realms of light. And so this is the opportunity here, beloveds, with each and every holy sacred in-breath and out-breath, as you focus and you concentrate, that the connection of the higher light worlds, the higher parts of yourselves, that this sacred divine crystal that moves around the universe now is within your consciousness. And as it moves, its intention is to connect with your higher self, the higher parts of yourselves. And simply allow this to continue these few more moments as we breathe the in-breath and out-breath. And now, we look one more time and see the crystal of luminous light, rainbow light in the upper worlds. And we see that same crystal, its fragment within our own minds, within the brain, knowing that there is that connection, helping to integrate the higher parts of ourselves with our physical, mental, and emotional bodies, even as we walk a physical, mental, and emotional world. And now, the thought of the return does come. And for all those who have been here, the most radiant ones, They now begin to draw in their electromagnetic field as we draw in ours. Slowly, methodically, we begin to see that crystal begin to fade as it goes back to its source. But its impact remains and will continue in the hours and days to come. Before you fall asleep, you can bring the memory of that crystal that will help to amplify in your dream state that holy sacred connection. So on the count of 3, we will intend to be back, awake, and alert. 1, 2, take a deep breath in, and 3. We are back, awake, alert, and we are grounded.